Mr. Carpenter's mail was delivered to 309 by mistake, so I'll just take it up myself.
Terry.
Oh, Ione.
Oh, I still don't know where Miriam is. Have you seen her since I last spoke to you last night?
No, I haven't. I called the morning shift after we talked, but no one has seen her.
This isn't like Miriam. She didn't come home at all last night. No phone call, nothing.
Now, don't worry, Ione. I'm sure she's... Wait. Well, I'm on my way up to Mr. Carpenter's room now. Maybe she's come back, or maybe he knows where she might be. I'll be right back.
Oh, Lord, let it be.
Ione.
Oh, Terry, was Miriam with her father?
No, he's been asking for her all morning.
Oh, this is not like her. She just wouldn't go anywhere without telling me. She just wouldn't.
Now, I believe you, Ione. I saw Alex in the hall. He was on call last night, and he doesn't remember seeing her either.
Oh, and I wouldn't be so uneasy but for that letter from her son, Eric. Oh, all the time she spent pining for that boy.
I was so happy yesterday when you called me and told me that she'd gotten a letter from him. She couldn't wait to read it.
And that letter is still laying up on the piano like I left it yesterday, still unopened.
I suggested to Mr. Carpenter that maybe Miriam's at their house preparing for the move.
Oh, no, I called there twice last night and once this morning thinking the same thing.
Well, let's call again. Maybe she's there now.
Well, here's your number, honey.
Thank you. No answer. And you say Babs hasn't seen her either?
Not since yesterday morning. And I called everywhere. The planning and development office, Leon's Diner, everywhere.
I don't want to sound like an alarmist, but I think we should notify the police.
Well, Babs thought about that. She told Mr. Webster, and he's investigating the whole thing.
Did he talk to Sergeant Brubaker?
I'm not so sure, but he said that they wouldn't touch it for 24 hours.
I know the feeling. That's what they told me when Lori was missing.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Everything's under control, okay?
Well, you tell that to Marianne when she gets here and finds you plastered like I did last night.
I was not drunk last night. I told you that, and I'm not drunk now.
You're deceiving yourself, then. I found you with a half-empty bottle of scotch. You may think you were under control, but look, boy, I've seen the best of them go down that way, and most of them never get up again.
Yeah, well, that's just the way us failures are. When we get to the bottom, we like to be as low as possible.
I thought we covered your self-pity. Now, snap out of it.
Yes, sir. Just like that.
Well, why not? So you got fired from Kingsley General. So what? So you deal with that and you move on to something new and better.
So I can get fired again.
When am I ever going to get through to you?
I want to skip it, please. Listen, I don't need any lectures from you right now. Besides, here's Marianne.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry I'm late. I hope I didn't inconvenience you.
Ah, nonsense. You're a delight to be with no matter what time you get here. Isn't she, Russ?
Mm-hmm. You're not talking. Is everything all right? Is anything wrong?
Oh, nothing. I've just had a bad morning.
You sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Really.
Listen, if this has anything to do with my problems, I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. It's Gil. We just had a big fight right before I came over here.
Oh, I thought you and Gil got along pretty well.
Well, we have our moments, just like any other brother and sister. It's just that he's being so stubborn. I can't even reason with him.
Surprised you ever could.
Well, perhaps later this afternoon, Gil will have changed a little bit and be more willing to listen to your side of the question.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm afraid I have to agree with Russ this time. It seems like Gil and I both have a very different opinion where Prescott Development is concerned.
Oh, Prescott Development. I don't mean to pry, but just how do you and Gil manage to resolve your business differences now that your father's working in North Carolina?
Well, Dad left Gil in charge of the company. So when it comes down to the wire, like it did this morning, Gil has the final decision.
Ronnie should have been here by now. The longer we wait, the longer that blonde we snatched has to remember our faces.
Well, what are we gonna do with her?
I don't know. For now, she stays put in the blockhouse until Ronnie decides. But I'm all for getting rid of her.
You just say when I'll do
Yeah, I
it.
know you would. I wish you were as anxious to get your eye looked at. It looks worse every day.
I was gonna take care of
Yeah,
it,
well,
but
maybe if you'd have gotten it fixed sooner, you'd have been able to see that the woman we nabbed wasn't bad.
But you were there anyway with me, Lance.
Yeah, don't remind me. Now I gotta convince Ronnie that we can still get our hands on Babs.
I'll tell him we won't blow it again.
Well, I do all the talking. You just shut your yap.
Oh, man.
Cost me enough trouble as it is. Here comes Ronnie now. Yeah. We waited for you just like you asked, Ronnie.
Yeah, I wish you could follow all of my instructions that way.
Hey, Ron, I've already started working out a plan to get...
I never proceed with Plan 2 until Plan 1 is completed. Starting to act like your numbskull friend over here, and that really bothers me.
I just want to know when we take care of the blonde, man.
Relax. Let's find out who she is first. Where's that purse that you took from her?
Oh, it's right there. It smells kind of nice inside.
Give it to me. Wow. It seems that our friend's name is Miriam Mason. Does that ring a bell to either of you morons?
No.
Judging by this perfume, I'd say Miriam Mason's from the more exclusive section of Kingsley.
Well, she's that high class. What would she be doing hanging around the neighborhood where Babs is hiding out?
That's a good question. One I'd like to investigate. I want to know more about Miriam Mason. If she's a friend of Babs, that old woman, everything.
Sure, Ron, man. Me and Blue get to work on it
I'm
right
getting
now.
tired of Babs' cat and mouse escapades. It's time that she was taken care of, even if I have to take care of her myself. Miriam Mason just may be the lady that'll bring her to me.
Look, I know you're unhappy. I understand. But as I said before, being fired from the hospital isn't the end of the world. We're here for you.
I'm sorry. I'm just tired of everybody tagging me with rejection labels.
The Russ I knew wouldn't allow anyone to tag him with a rejection label. He'd rip it right off. That's why I've always been so proud to call him my son.
And that's why he's so special to me. Very, very special.
Thank you. We'll order a little later. But just 2 coffees right now. Thanks.
So, finish the story.
Oh, well, there's really not much to tell. I was over at Leon's Diner the next afternoon. When I went in there, he was playing the first song you ever recorded.
Oh,
Sometimes It's Love.
of all the songs. Oh,
It's exactly what I was thinking of myself.
remember when you went with me to that little studio to cut it? The studio was upstairs
Yeah.
and there was a dry cleaners downstairs.
How could I ever forget that? And the guys there at the cleaners, you know, they had to shut the machines off until you finish. You know, nearly shook the building and everything.
Oh.
Gosh. But anyhow, back at Leon's, I was sitting there, all alone there in the diner, and then all of a sudden it hit me.
What, that I'll never make it to the top 10 singing songs like Sometimes It's Love?
No, lady, that I wanted you back.
There were so many times I started to call you from Lake Tahoe. But I came to a big realization there,
What was that?
that I'm still in love with you.
Carla, about this moving back in together.
I've been thinking about it like you told me to.
Now, that's what I want very much.
Well, the way I'm feeling right now, I couldn't pack fast enough, but I think we should consider Jimmy first.
Jimmy's the one that's wanted us to get back together all along, babe.
I know, but I think he should see that this time it's going to be different.
Look, I talked to Jimmy. He knows how much I love you and that I don't want to lose either one of you.
But he also knows that even though we don't mean to, we hurt each other. And him. I mean, I can't count how many times he's walked in on us and we've been arguing.
What are you suggesting? Look, we can't promise him that we'll never argue again.
I know, but we can start with just you and I.
Aren't we doing that now?
No, I mean that I think we should spend some time alone together. We didn't do that before. And we didn't have the time. We didn't take the time to readjust to each other.
Okay.
I'm tired of misunderstanding you. I'd like to know you.
Look.
Really? Know you?
All right, look, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take ourselves a little vacation. Just the two of us. Make up for last summer. You pick the place.
Why not? Right here in Kingsley. Starting with this afternoon.
I think I can arrange that, lady.
I told my father about the paintings you bought from me for Hollister Mall.
Oh, I hope he didn't mind.
Mind? He liked the idea so much that he wants to do the same thing for the mall he's building in North Carolina.
Well, I hope he doesn't insist that you go on up there to work on it.
No, he won't. In fact, I plan to stay right here in Kingsley to be close to you.
Well, good for you. And I must commend Jason Prescott on a very wise business decision.
He said the same thing about you. In fact, Prescott Development has never done business with anyone quite like you before.
Oh? Well, I'm just an ordinary businessman.
No, you're more than just a businessman. In fact, my father was quite impressed with your input into Hollister Mall. He knows developing and contracting inside out. So believe me, he's not very easily impressed.
That's quite a compliment, Vince.
Well, he deserves it. But here I am going on and on about your business. You know, I don't really even know anything about your business.
Oh, well, I don't want to bore you with my professional life over such a nice meal.
Oh, you won't, would he, Russ?
Probably not.
You know, you're into investments, aren't you?
Investments?
Yeah. My dad said that you're a major investor in Hollister Mall. Oh, I hope you don't mind his telling me, do you?
Oh, well, as long as you keep it within the company, you know, just for business reasons, you understand.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Investments, yeah, well, you might say, yes, that I have a number of financial involvements you could call investments, yes.
I'm sure they're all very successful.
Well, they seem to have their fair share of profits.
Your success seems inherent, Mr. Cardello. Like the kind your son couldn't escape even if he tried to.
I brought you some food. It's still hot for you. You promise not to scream if I take this off your mouth? You promise? Eat now. Eat now.
I can't. Not with my hands still tied. I can't. Would you untie them, please?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for this food, Jesus. Amen.
No, don't say that no more. Okay? Okay. Oh, eat it now. Eat. You bit my hand when we grabbed you last night. See, I wish you hadn't done that, Miriam. Carla, look, I'm not being cruel or anything like that, but at least Mom would not be home worrying about Miriam and where she's at right now.
Why, has Miriam moved out altogether?
Oh, no, but she didn't come home last night. Now Mom's all upset, wondering what happened to her and everything.
Well, she's probably home now. Anyway, she promised to do some shopping for Babs this afternoon.
Ah, and Babs.
Yes, Babs. The
Yes.
same Babs who gave you the most helpful advice of anyone about us.
The very same Babs.
Yeah, I thought you'd remember her.
Remind me to thank her.
I already have.
You have?
Yes. She gave me some very good advice this afternoon.
About?
Oh, about being a better wife to you and making you happy.
Well, I am very happy, little lady.
So am I.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know something?
What?
I can be pretty stubborn when I put my mind to it.
we both can be stubborn. Not giving an inch because of stupid pride.
Hey, offer still stands about the marriage counselor if you want to.
A few months ago, I would have taken you up on that, but I don't think it's necessary now.
You positive?
I'm positive.
Yeah.
As long as I let you be yourself and love you for who you are.
Hey, sounds real wise, lady.
Wiser.
Wiser.
I think it's about time we started to act like we were made for each other.
We will.
Oh, we forgot to call Mom.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to call Mom, lady.
She's probably waiting.
Yeah, later, huh?
I don't see anything in here about Miriam Mason missing. If she's that rich, you think she'd at least made the papers.
No one is considered a missing person until 24 hours, you idiot. With all the runaways you deal with, I'd think you'd be aware of that simple fact by now.
Yeah, you're right, man. That blonde's causing me not to think straight.
Maybe it's because she's such a vivid reminder of who really should be locked up in that blockhouse.
Boss, now's the perfect time to nab Babs. She probably thinks she's safe now.
She is, as long as you and Blue keep fouling up. Now Miriam Mason is going to have to be our prime interest.
Until when?
Till I find out just how beneficial she is to me.
She seems like the soft type to me. Like she'd break to pieces anytime you touched her.
Well, what took you so long? Did you give her the food?
I gave it to her just like you told me to, Mr. Washington.
You made sure she ate it?
Yeah, I watched her. She was real hungry.
Yeah? Hungry enough not to try to escape?
She couldn't escape from me, even if she tried.
Looks like Miriam Mason's going to stay alive for a while. She's just going to have to stay in that blockhouse until I decide what to do with her.
All right, lady. If you want to call, then you just go right ahead so Mom doesn't worry about where we're at right now.
Yes, sir. I'll do as you say, but you will do the talking first.
Hey, thanks a lot.
I guess.
Oh, buddy. Hey, hello there, Mom. It's me. Hey, where am I? Oh, I'd say I'm in heaven, Mom. And Carla's here with me, too. Hey, sorry that we didn't come back after lunch. But Carla and I would like to spend a little time alone together, you know, and So I was wondering if it's possible for Jimmy to spend a night with you. I mean, he's going to be coming back over there anyhow after school. Huh? Yeah, we're in the King's Arm. Mom, no. Oh, gosh. Yes, okay. All right, yes, thanks. Love you. Bye.
So what did she say?
Well, she said it's about time. She's running out of reasons for inviting you to dinner every night.
She never does quit, does she?
No, not when it comes to being right.
Oh.
And you know, she always did say that you were the right one for me.
Even when I didn't think so anymore.
Oh, now, come on. You can't be that certain. What are you going to do when Jimmy comes home with his first date, huh?
That's going to be quite some years from now.
Huh?
And you talk like we're going to be together for a very long time.
Lady, if I have anything to do with it, we will.
I've got to get out of here. Come on. Lord, please, please, just let me out of here. I've got to get home. I've got to get home. I've got a letter from my son. And Frederick, I've got to get home and get my letter from my son. Or just